Rush Duel is a fast-paced spin-off game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where you can summon as many monsters as you want and draw up to 5 cards each turn. In this series, me and the TheDrAlex progress through each Rush Duel product release and build decks with whatever cards were available at that time. We have been drafting characters from the Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's anime and have exclusive access to those characters' boss monsters, and will continue to draft characters from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush series. Join us as we continue to battle it out in this series, Rush Duel Character Draft. Transamu of Transcendence was released February 10th, 2023, and introduces us to 2 new archetypes, Dice and Prime. I will receive the new Dice cards including Dice Arc Swordsman, Dice Archangel, Dice Arc Demon, and Dice Might Girl Chiori. I will also receive new Jointech support including Jointech Nestridar Tank, Darkness Jointech Tyrant, and Jointech Tridynabase. Finally, I'll receive the following assorted boss monsters: Secret Base Guardian Mishap, 7 Sphere Magician, Jinzo the Machine Menace, Jinzo Amplified, Deity of the 7 Treasures Ryozai, Celebro's Influences, Murin Duke the Shadow Flower Wave, Nelkrita the Sky Savior Hadal, and Swift Gaia the Dragon Champion. Alex will receive the new Prime cards, including Prime Clawgirl, Prime Track Tiger, Prime Bandijo, Prime Dean Keto, Prime Pierce Giant, Prime Cat Strania, Transamu Prime Armor Nova, and Transamu Prime Full Armor Nova. He will also receive the following boss monsters: Black Skull Dragon, Abyss Slayer Quintiamat, Can STD, Super Graphagus Archer, Prophecy Flail of the Colors of the Wind, Butterflies and Flowers, and Transamu Velja Rhynak. So this is the deck we're bringing to today's game. This is Secret Investigators. So Secret Investigators was a bit of a sleeper hit. I think when these cards were first shown off, everyone thought they were a little bit underwhelming because this was right around the time that 7's Geass was basically the only thing anyone was playing, and it was just this ridiculous power deck. And these cards felt a little bit unassuming at first glance. They had a little bit of advantage generation, a little bit of weakening your opponent's monsters here and there, but in comparison to just OTKing, it didn't seem like much. But to everyone's surprise, this deck actually was incredible and did perform extremely well. And we've just got some new support cards. The new boss monster they've got is Secret Base Guardian Mishap. So 300 attack, 2300 defense, level 7 is quite a poor stat line, but its effect is actually okay. So the requirement is a little bit steep. Shuffle 3 level 3 light attribute reptile type monsters from your graveyard into a deck. Now there are a lot of cards in this deck that we want to have lots of reptiles in our graveyard, or we want to be shuffling them back in. So this is just another one of those cards, which they do all add up. This card gains 3000 attack until the end of your opponent's next turn, so that's pretty good. 3300, and it lingers on your opponent's turn. Then if you activate this effect during the turn, you normal summon this card by tributing Elite Secret Investigator Mystery. We can destroy up to 3 face-up level 8 or lower monsters on your opponent's field. So again, this is not going to work against most fusions, or at least a lot of the power fusions, and this is not going to work against maximums, but it will just destroy all of your opponent's other boss monsters, which is pretty good. But in order to get that extra effect, we do have to tribute Mystery, which is a little bit steep, because again, we don't really want to be tributing a level 7 monster, but this level 7 monster can also get other monsters onto the field, so it does kind of work out. Mystery, of course, shuffle 2 other face-up reptile monsters from your field and 1 card from your hand into the deck. This card gains 300 attack to the end of its turn, then you can special summon up to 2 level 7 or higher reptile monsters from your hand or graveyard, which means we can actually use Mystery to bring out Mishap, but obviously if we do that, we can't get the bonus effect, so it just comes out as a card that goes up to 3000 attack, which again, 3000 is still fine. As for the other new card we got Secret Investigator Misfire. So during the turn, you normal summon this card, pay 300 life points, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the number of face-up light attribute reptile monsters on your field times 300. You can only attack with reptile monsters. So this card's effect is not super great. A little bit of burn does help, because as we get to the spell and trap cards, you'll see that's kind of a mini theme of the deck again. But the main reason this card is in here to try and fulfill a lot of our other requirements that require us to have light reptiles, such as Secret Investigator Mistake, which when we use its effect, we can grab out Misfire, as well as a myriad of our other cards, which are all pretty good. So for the new spells and traps, we have Secret Investigation Mobile Thunderbird, which is an equipped spell, gives 300 attack, and the equipped monster can attack directly. That is funky, right? Because the biggest attack we can realistically put that on is going to be Miss Shot, who can get up to 33, with the equip becomes 36. 36 direct attack is pretty good, but it's even better when you consider we also have Secret File 3000, Final Tragedy. So when an opponent's monster declares an attack where you have 3 face-up light attribute reptile type monsters on your field, we can shuffle 3 light attribute reptile monsters from our graveyard into the deck. So again, we have to have 3 engrave, and we have to have 3 face-up on the field. Destroy all attack position monsters on the opponent's field, so it's Mirror Force, and then burn your opponent for 3,000. So if we burn our opponent for 3,000, then attack them directly for 3,600, that's almost all of their life points. The game is pretty much going to be over at that point, which is why, again, we're also running Magic Cylinder, because it just kind of adds on to this little extra burn. And just, this deck now feels like it's an advantage engine on top of being able to weaken your opponent's monsters, on top of being able to burn your opponent and attack them directly. It feels like it does a lot, and it just feels like it's a very interesting game plan. I've always really, really liked this deck, and I think the new support is going to make it even better. Let's fire into the game and see what Alex has got for us. So, last week we had a weird matchup, because I think you brought 2 of your stronger decks for the first 2 weeks, and then you brought not a bad deck for week 3, but I think it was noticeably weaker than the other 2 in the Pyro deck, whereas I brought arguably my strongest deck on week 3. So it was a little bit of a mishmash, but that's part of the excitement, right? Is we never know what our opponent is actually bringing, therefore we can't like prepare counter strategies most of the time. So this does happen sometimes. We get these kind of lopsided matchup. Obviously, Celebros is very, very strong in the meta right now, and I think the deck we brought was very, very good. The Pyro deck, although I think Pyro in general is quite good, I think it's the Phoenix Maximum version that's like really popping off the hardest.
Yeah.
But Pyro's, I feel like Pyro has been in a good place for a long time now, and it is quite nice that it is versatile enough that you can build it in lots of different ways. But now moving on to this week, and this is week 4 of this set. So we are going to be starting to get down into the, I don't want to say necessarily the dregs, but we're going to have a lot less choice going forward. So for me, I believe I still have the Jointech, the Secret Investigators, the Gaia, and there is kind of a fairy type thing I can do. And also there is still one new card for, God, what's the art called? Sky Saviors. Whereas you have, I can't remember what you've got. You've got Psychic, and then I think like a couple of one-off cards sort of thing is kind of where you're at. But I think you've still got some stuff from the last set even. So, I don't know. Do you want to take a shot in the dark what you think I'm on? I've got quite a lot to pick from.
Jointech.
Okay, and I'm going to pick Psychic because that's the only thing I could name. So let's fire on in and see what we're both on, I guess. This. Alright, we will go first. Alright, let's see what we can do with this. We have some options. They're just not particularly interesting. I will start by normal summoning Legend Magician. We're going to activate the effect. 1, 2, 3. As you might have noticed, I am on the Secret Investigator Reptile Monsters.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I want Miss Shot in the graveyard. Also, this card is a weird one because it reads as Miss Hot, but I'm pretty sure it's meant to be Miss Shot, right? As in, like, you failed to shoot, as she is a gun woman. We will send her to the grave. Then I will normal summon Mismatch, and I'll normal summon Mislead. Then I'm just going to set, and then we're just going to pass. That's it. Not the strongest board, but it's not bad. Is that a Psychic monster?
Certainly is.
Okay, so we've got Full Art, Shining Superstar, or I guess, what's it called? Borderless? Is that what they're called?
Overrush? Overrush, I think.
Overrush is the rarity. I don't know if that's like the card thing. The weird one. Because I think we had some Overrushes that didn't break the borders. I don't remember at this point. Okay, so we have lost our precious little Mismatch, which is disappointing. But we still have stuff we could do. I will, I guess, go ahead and activate Magician, right? No reason not to. And we will be sending Miscast. Then we're going to tribute both of our monsters and summon out Snake Princess of Purity. So, I mean, I'll just give a recap. So we can send a top card of it to the graveyard. One face monster on your opponent's field loses attack equal to the number of face light attribute monsters you have on your field times 600 at the end of the turn. Then if you have 3 face monsters in your field, I can draw 1 card. Well, if I have 3 face monsters, I should say. I'll drop Legend Magician again. We will activate its effect. 1, 2, 3. And I will dump Mismatch again. Then I'm going to activate Legend Strike. And bring back Legend Magician. I'm going to pop this one. I'm going to activate Legend Magician. 1, 2, 3. And we will be sending probably Mislead. Set. Activate Princess of Purity. Weakening your card. We'll set again. We'll go to battle. And we'll see if we can clear with Magician. Oh, is this a scat? Okay, so the punish was not attacking with Purity first. It's a weird one. I always, with Rush, it gets a bit funky, like trying to work out your attack orders, because I'm pretty sure, like, I think the other thing is in Duel Links now, I've gotten into the habit of not attacking with my biggest guy first, because then that gets punished by Recital.
Yeah.
Right, well, I can't hurt you anymore, so I suppose we will end the turn. Well, now I'm in a weird predicament. Do I use back row on Progress Potter? Surely not. Surely there's no world in which we use back row on him. No, we'll just let that go. I guess we'll go ahead and activate Magician again. 1, 2, 3. And this time we'll just send Mistake. Right, let's go with Ship of the 7 Treasures, and we're just going to discard level 3 to draw a card. Ooh. Okay, I think we'll just go for this then. Right, we'll go Legend Strike. Bring back Legend Magician once again. And we will destroy this one. Then we'll activate Legend Magician. 1, 2, 3. Do I want that in the graveyard? Oh, I think that's the one that brings cards back, so putting that in the graveyard doesn't really benefit me. We'll go Purity here. Then we'll go to battle. I guess we'll start by seeing if we can clear this. Which we can. I guess we'll play around second copy. Okay, so we did have the Magic Cylinder. You never come to a game without Magic Cylinder at this point. And then we'll pass.
Too good not to.
Okay. We still haven't even hit our Legend monster yet, so I guess we'll fire off Magician again. We just cannot find what we're looking for. Let's go again. Alright, we will just go straight to battle. We will Cheeky Swing. And another Cheeky Swing. And then we'll try and get him for 25. Then we pass. Is that a Roman pick? You're only playing the one copy, right? Gotta, go with them. Gotta go with the Duel Links ban list. Can do. So this is the new one. So if the only monsters in your graveyard are Omega Psychic and Psychics, send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard, return 1 face-up monster from your opponent's field to the owner's hand. Then if you have Candy in your graveyard, you can gain some life. Okay. That's pretty good because you can use that on anything, right? If you use that on a fusion, that's super duper value. You can even get a maximum out of the way for a little bit. So you special summon 1 Candy or AMA Lilith from your graveyard. Oh, she back. Repeat both for Prima Katana. Okay, so the board looking kinda scary.
Yeah, I'll just go back because it's gonna be.
Behold, Secret File 33, Noble Death of Resentment. So I can shuffle 3 cards back into my deck.
Please.
Don't you just love the 3k attack?
No. It is absurdly broken.
Alright, we'll put these back. Oh, you know we go it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, these trap cards are, in the right situation, unbelievable. Like actually just broken. Like 3,000 is so big.
Yeah.
Yeah. I expected that. Well, let's see what happens in game 2. Hopefully you'll get going a little bit earlier and maybe I'll be able to actually find the stuff I need to close the game quicker.
I'll go first.
Okay. Oh, whole hand empty. Okay, that's kinda scary, not gonna lie. Alright, we'll start with Ledger Magician. Let's see if we can get some stuff in the graveyard here. 1, 2, 3. We will send Mislead, I guess. And then we will normal summon out Mislead. We'll tribute 2 and summon out Mystery. Set a back row, go to battle, and try and clear something. And pass. Unfortunately, Candy is probably the worst card for me to hit here because I'll be wanting your graveyard.
Yeah.
I don't know what the name means. Can STD? I assume it's some music thing that I don't understand.
Probably. Let's put that.
Okay.
Copper, stopper. Like copper.
Okay.
When. That's right.
I mean, that's a lot of damage. Let's hope we don't brick it. Ooh. Right, we'll summon out Mistake. Activate Mistake. 1, 2, 3. Then I can add Misfire to hand. This doesn't matter. I will summon Misfire. Activate its effect. Pay 3 to burn you for 6. Do this. Right, this needs to happen. Alright, we're going to activate Secret Investigation Mobile Thunderbird. Then I'm going to set, go to battle, and I need to clear this. Okay. Oof. If you could have stopped that attack, I was so boned. I could have weakened you by 300 as well, that's my bad. I forgot completely I could do that without having the other monster on the field.
Yeah, I'm just going to set past. I can't.
This is pretty bad. Alright, we have to activate Princess of Purity. Then we'll go to battle and attack into this.
Oh, damn it.
And pass.
Okay, yeah, I'll activate jump there.
Okay.
Candy on the top. This on the top of your deck.
That.
2 monsters. Yes. Yeah. Put these 2 on top.
Okay.
And
Alright, let's see. We can maybe do things. Alright, we will normal summon, miscast. We'll activate the effect, which will, if we have no other monsters on the field, pay 300 life points, send top 3 cards into the graveyard. Then if a reptile type monster is among the cards sent, you can add a light attribute reptile type monster from my graveyard to my hand. So I can use that to take back. It's gotta be Mistake, right? There's no reason to take back any of the rest of this. I'll take back Mistake. Then we'll normal summon Mistake. Activate its effect. We get to look at the top 3 and add a light reptile level 3 or lower to our hand. So we have base Guardian Misshot. But I'm like, do I want base Guardian Misshot? It could gain 3,000 attack until the end of your turn. by putting a load of cards from my graveyard back in my deck. I'm not sure that's useful to me right now. I think I'd rather have another normal summonable monster. Next up, we're going to go ahead and activate Legend Strike. Bring back Legend Magician. And we're going to pop the fresh one. Then we'll activate Legend Magician. 1, 2, 3. And we will dump, I guess, Miss Shot again. And then I can do this if I want to, which I think we are. We'll Tribute 2 and summon out Mystery. So I can shuffle 2 other face-up reptile-type monsters from my field and 1 card from my hand into the owner's deck. Gains 300 attack at the end of the turn. Then I can special summon 2 level 7 or higher reptiles from my graveyard. I can normal summon this. I think we will activate this effect. I can send both of these and discard probably this. Or send them back into the deck. And then I can bring back both of these. 1, 2. Okay, so this flips cards down. That's fine. Right, we'll activate the effect to shuffle some cards back. That'll be probably these 3. We can activate Purity, weaken this and draw. Then I could Tribute 2, summon out Purity. Activate Legend Strike. Bring back Legend Magician. So we'll then pop this. Then do this again. And then... Can I game you? Depending on that defense position monster, the maximum damage I have right now is 5,800. If I do this... And then if this has low defense points... That should be okay, that's fine. That should be exactly equal.
Yeah. Again, couldn't find the cards.
Well, Psychic's always been in a weird spot, right? Where it's like if you draw the God Hand, everything falls into place. It looks really, really good. If you can manage your life points as well as find all the right cards, the graveyard set up, you get to do all these like, really, really crazy, overpowered looking things. You get to boost your board up to a ton. You get to pop all your opponent's board. You get to like do all of these really cool things. But they've always kind of been in this weird spot of, yeah, but all of these things have to kind of fall into place.
I mean, I would like to not brick. I don't care about God Hand.
I mean, yeah, but it's just what I mean, right? Like, I feel like if Psychics don't high roll, even if they do get to, like, do their thing, they don't seem that impressive, right? A lot of the time you summon kind of understated monsters that sometimes do an okay thing. But if you do God Hand, you get to, like, just pop the heck off. Yeah, in terms of both of our decks, you know, the Secret Investigator deck is a deck that came out and everyone thought was going to be underwhelming, and then ended up being really, really good. We had stuff like Snake Princess of Purity, which I think everyone thought was going to be great, and then stuff like Mystery, which people didn't think was going to be very good. As for the new cards, there was actually a new trap which you actually didn't get to see, which is, I think, actually the most broken card, which is called Secret File 3000 Final Tragedy, which is when an opponent's monster declares an attack while you have 3 face-up light attribute reptile monsters on your field, you can shuffle 3 light attribute reptile monsters from your graveyard into the deck. It mirror forces your opponent and then burns them for 3,000. Which is actually disgusting, right? Like, now, I don't know how often this is going to come off, because it means your opponent has to, like, not flip your stuff face down, they have to not pop your cards, they have to not do anything to you. But if that does come up, and they're able to just attack in while you've got 3 face-up dudes, their board just goes, and they lose 3,000, which is a lot. As well as the fact that they have the Mobile Thunderbird, which is 300 attack is a bit whatever, but being able to attack directly, again, can be a bit whatever. But when you consider you can attack directly for 3,000 plus, after burning your opponent for 3,000, suddenly it's like, actually, there's something here. Whereas with your deck, I think Can STD is it's a welcome inclusion, and I think it's really good into a lot of what's in the current meta, because I think especially when we have cards like Blue Eyes, because Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon is just a really hard boss monster to out, especially when it gains like destruction protection and stuff like that. Having a way to just get rid of it is just really good. So I think Can STD will probably be a staple in the Psychic deck, but I'm not sure where Psychic's really going to fall in the meta. And we do have a new ban list coming up soon, which might shake things up a little bit. Maybe this will be the time where we see Legend Strike or Legend Magician take a hit, but I think those cards have been seeing a little bit of a downwards trend in playability, as in like, we haven't been seeing them as much in tournaments, so yeah, who knows.
Alright.
Yeah, thanks for the games, buddy. GG.
Yeah, GG.